Here at Sorax Space, I get inundated with requests to review games, and sometimes it's a struggle to handle all three of them. Here's one from a fellow Sorax Spacer. Hey Sorax, can you review Mort the Chicken for PS1? The 2001 game Mort the Chicken. I'll have to check my schedule. I guess I can try and squeeze it in. How mortifying! Mort the Chicken was published by Crave Entertainment. Yeah, you'll be craving entertainment when you play this game! It looks like they went bankrupt in 2012, but they previously published Tripe, like the Bible game, Crayola Colourful Journey, where you run around confirming that trees are green, and that Earthworm Jim game on Game Boy that made everyone who loved Jim now wish a bird would fall down from the sky and eat his head off. I am mystified as to why they ceased trading. According to Wikipedia, some deformed version of Crave Entertainment also developed or published Flushed Away, though sadly Mort the Chicken wasn't flushed away down the bog with all the other excrement it would have seamlessly blended in with. So the bark story is that Mort is living happily in the land of chickens, running his own TV show, but there's another world accessible for a warp pipe, which has never been done before, Mario Who's That, which contains a civilization of cubes, who are ruled by leader Cubicles, and the cubes steal all the chicks. It's up to our hero Mort to dive into the world of the cubes and save them. It's a wacky story, but when you see the level design, you'll see exactly why they portrayed such a plot. Yep, cube enemies. That way we can just copy and paste cubes everywhere and call it a game. It's such a crazy chicken tale that I was thinking of wearing a special hentai for this video. What? What's wrong with me buying hentais? Oh. The chickens have a TV station called Bark News. Get it? Bark? It's an acronymic reference to your purchase of Mort the Chicken and stands for Buy and Waste Childhood.
But what do chickens do when the farmer goes to town? Well, they have themselves a party.
Yes, this looks like a lot of parties I've been to. A load of cocks standing around helplessly staring at dancing chicks. But these aren't just any parties, these are hen-do's. I am so sorry. Dear God, that chicken is looking directly into my soul. You could say Mort was a soul chicken.
Sorax Space, the channel that constantly begs the question, why are you watching?
The innocent little chickens have been accused of cubism. Not the art style, but cube prejudice.
Greetings to all round, fuzzy, squishy things. I am Colonel Cubicles. We are speaking to you now to issue an ultimatum. Free the cubes.
Talking of art, the loading screens are famous pieces of art, but with chickens chucked in. They look impeccable. Hey, you knew what you were getting into when you clocked on this video. There are so many cock pictures, it's like you're swiping through Grindr. After each level, you are rewarded with news report cutscenes, which are about as funny as chickens being tortured in a battery farm.
If any stranger enters your area, remember to cluck hysterically, flap your wings, and run around in circles. We're chickens. That's what we do.
You start by popping out of a warp pipe. What next? Do we find out Mort has a brother called Lord TG and has blue overalls, a plunger, and a plumbing certificate shoved in his hen house? The first level is called Block World. I've got no idea why. This may not look too bad at first glance, but don't count your chickens before they've hatched. It's not what it's cracked up to be. It's just blocks. Blocks everywhere. The whole game is just a goofy chicken surrounded by blocks. Rumour has it, a rumour started by me yesterday, that the original name for Mort the Chicken was Cockblock. Fitting, as I'm sure owning this game guarantees full protection from intercourse. That's my excuse anyway. Mort's main attack is a vicious headbutt. He can even repeatedly bash his head against the wall to try and reach Chicky Heaven a little faster in an attempt to rescue himself from this insufferable existence. The way this game is going, I'll be doing the same, and by the end of the video, my head will resemble an ugly pancake. Like a one-track-minded dirty old pervert, your sole aim is to get the chicks back to your place. Sure, there are coins to collect, but all they do is give you bonus points. And whilst undoubtedly I won't be achieving the accolade myself, I'd wager having the highest score on Mort the Chicken is not a good way to get the birds. Chicks left, 0. Yep, you know Sorax has arrived when all the chicks are leaving. Mort just grabs those chicks and brings them straight back to his well. Mort isn't one for foreplay, straight down to business. The end of levels are reminiscent of Spyro. If Spyro was a chicken and the game was shit. Still waiting for that Mort the Chicken remaster on PS4. And what does Mort do once he's rescued his feathery little friends? He shoots them out of a fucking cannon. That's right, he uses them as bullets, like all good friends do. The enemies are literally an army of cubes. They just dragged in the first shape they had on their design software and submitted it for approval. First you get the green cube, but wait, it gets better. The creative energy peaks with the purple cube. Is a Nintendo GameCube supposed to be an enemy in this game? Ah, the Nintendo GameCube. I knew you were evil ever since Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. Who is that developed by again, I'm pretending to hear you ask? Lucky Chicken? It's all starting to make sense. It's becoming full circle, or should I say full cube. NWO. New World Order. They've been warning us all along. Destroy every box in your house. The cubes are trying to take over the world. And they put chemicals in the water to turn Mort gay. Look what the evil cubes have done here. They conducted a coxifixion. Someone was playing a big game of noughts and crosses here. Almost as if they found this game boring. And the floor looks like a rainbow puked all over it. Now we'll give the cubes little wooden legs. Yes, this looks great. Let's release this and charge people money for it. Even the clouds are bloody cubes. Ice cubes, in fact. Mort is teaching the children, that's what happens when it rains, kids. Giant ice cubes melt, making water fall from the sky.
But Sorax, what about acid rain?
You don't want to know, kids. The trees in this game are made from cubes too, sort of resembling Minecraft. Minecraft? More like Minecock. To get some perspective on how foul Mort the Chicken is compared to his competitors, Shenmue came out the year before.
Shenmue. A whole year before.
Dotted throughout the game are power-ups, like the spring power-up, which makes Mort spring high into the sky. Ha! Get it? Spring chicken! Oh. The chicken puns are a lot like The Simpsons. They're growing less and less funny but refuse to die.
Until next time, remember, if you're going to flock together, make sure your feathers are similar.
And if you have eggs, always put them in more than one basket. That's a rule of thumb.
What's a thumb?
I don't know.
Speaking of Simpsons, the trees look like Marge bought the wrong hair dye. Then you have Mort's health bar. I would talk about the health bar system, but there are enough corny jokes in this video as it is. There's also a magnifying glass that makes the cock bigger, but it's not really necessary. Not for me anyway. Joking aside, there's no problem down there. If anything, I need a shrink ray. In fact, the only time I saw a bigger cock was when I caught a glimpse of my own reflection through the screen. And there's a magnet power-up. Now Mort can be like Sorax, you know, a chick magnet. I'm lonely and depressed. There is this pile driver move Mort can do, but sometimes he gets stuck in the ground by planting his head into it, which is incidentally what I'd much rather do than play this game.
Peck. Now scratch.
Turns out I've been exercising wrong my whole life. By sitting on my arse and playing video games. You know what really ruffles my feathers? You can't die. I want to end my suffering and kill Mort by jumping off the edge, but the game doesn't let you. It knows full well you'll try this, so it doesn't let you die. Jump off the edge and Mort floats until you steer him all the way to painful safety. And you'd think you'd be able to float right back on and play, right? Oh no! You have to go back to the exact same place you came from, or it won't let you back on and continue playing. Can't they give me arrows or something to at least give me a clue? I've been running around like a headless... like a headless...
Don't do it, Sorax. Don't make that pun. The viewers have had enough now. They'll unsubscribe. Don't do it.
Like I'm headless. Just look at the names of these levels. Block World, Pyramid, Coins, Islands, Garden. They couldn't possibly be any more simple. Hello, I am Shirt and Purple Tie Man. This is Chicken Game. This is Camera and you are audience.
The greatest collection of dance hits ever made. You get Funky Chicken by the Chickadelics, Shake Your Tail Feather by Cogburn and the Coops, Got to Get My Talons on You by the artist formerly known as Rooster, Baby 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 by Baby Chick, Oh Baby Baby by Chick Baby, Baby Baby Oh Baby by Baby Baby, I Wear Funny Hats by Weird Al Yankovic, and much, much more.
What a paltry effort. With head banging like that, they could have said Mort is a fan of Evanescence, Merrill Hen Manson, Iron Maid Hen, Link Hen Park, Jimi Hendrix, Av Hen Sevenfold, Egg Zeppelin, Motor Egg, Red Hot Chili Feathers, Korn. He also likes Pecno music. At the end of a level you shove the chicks down the well, leaving them falling to their deaths and making a nice chicken soup for later. Assuming you like your stew with brick particles deliciously stirred with filth. The game gives you the great incentive of replay value by offering you collectible stars that do fuck all. Oh, bonus points! Who's keeping high scores in Mort the frickin' Chicken? Collecting the stars and coins just isn't very economical.
So, Doctor, what part of the chicken does the nugget come from, exactly?
Purple tie, you look like a right cock. It's so bad, but so charming at the same time. You almost don't want to criticise Mort. You're shit, Mort! Shit! Ah, Mort! But don't be fooled. Mort translates to death in French. Stop looking at me! Stop looking at me! Stop turning around and looking at me, you evil deaf chicken! On the last couple of levels, the game decides variety in the gameplay would now be a good idea. I didn't know how to beat this man made entirely of cubes. Maybe he's Cuban! That's the last one, I promise. Turns out you have to whack a cube against your own screen to deflect back and hit him. How was I supposed to know that? In the final stage you fight a man who's forced his face through plastic on a roulette table with dice. I have no words.
Silence! Oh, okay, you weren't talking. I believed that these chickens had imprisoned certain of our kind. Funny story, these were not real living cubes, but stacks of food that look like cubes. They are eaten by cows, a larger, soft, squishy thing. I almost got us all killed for nothing. Joke's on us. Can I still be your leader? Silence?
He saved our chicks. Perhaps he even saved the whole world.
Thanks, Mort.
Finally, there's a cheat code screen on the menu where you can activate cheats and mods, like no gravity mode. This is the most fun I've had on the entire game, but that's not saying much. What's this? A cheat code for jokes? What are they?
What is Super Chicken's real identity? Clark Kent. What do chickens serve at birthday parties? Coop cakes. What do chicken families do on Saturday afternoon? They go on picnics. Why did the rooster cross the road? To cock-a-doodle-doo something. Ooh, man. That one's really bad.
No, no. So many puns. They keep going on and on.
Why is it easy for chicks to talk? Because talk is cheap.
Why are you laughing? This is worse than having to sit for a Sorax-based playlist.
What do you call a chicken with a disability? Handicapped.
What?
What do you call a chicken who got too close to a nuclear plant? Atomic cluck. Why did the rooster stay outside during the blizzard? It was foul weather.
Why did the chicken cross the playground? It wanted to get to the other slide. Why did the chicken cross the internet? It wanted to get to the other site. Why don't chickens like people? Because people beat eggs. Why did the chicken cross the basketball court? You heard the referee calling fouls. What do you get if you cross a hen with a dog? Poached eggs.
Overall, does old Sorax like this game? E-I-E-I know! Of games I enjoy on the PlayStation, this is right down the pecking order. I give this game a SOAR rating of 4,689 out of 235,711. A prime example of mortifying mediocrity. I've been Sorax, watch this space. And watch those cubes. Does old Sorax like this game? E-I-E-I know! It's a Sorax-based siren. Destroy every box in your house! The cubes are trying to take over the world! And they put chemicals in the water to turn Mort gay!